Hi Silem stars, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then you're welcome to my channel. My name is Silem. Very pleased to meet you. Today we're going to learn how to do lace placement on a cupped corset. The last time I did a lace placement on a corset, it was on an over bust corset, okay? But today we're going to be learning how to do that on a cupped corset. Now this cupped corset has a basque waistline, as you can see right here. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you guys along with me as we do the lace placement on this corset. As you can see, I've turned this with a lining. Now when I did the lace placement for the over bust corset, if you notice, I did the lace placement on the fabric before turning it with the lining. Okay, but for this cupped corset and for today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing the lace placement after I'm already done with the corset. As you can see, the corset is done. The fabric has been turned with the lining. I use the same crepe fabric as the main material and as the lining. I've also put in my cups. I've put in my boning. Everything, it's ready. All I need to do now is to cover it with the lace. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this in this video. So if you want to learn how to do lace placement on a ready-made cupped corset, definitely keep on watching.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
So the first thing we need to do is to pin the corset on the dress form. Like I said in the last lace placement tutorial, you really need a dress form when it comes to doing lace placement on the corset, especially the bust area. You need to use a dress form. And make sure that it lays flat on the dress form. Now this is the lace that I'm going to use. Okay, it's a beautiful gold beaded lace, so I'm going to be using this now to do my lace placement. And I'm just going to make sure that the center of the lace aligns with the center of the corset. And I'm just going to place it like this. Now if you like, you can actually let a bit of the net fall on the top part of the corset, so it's easy for you to sew, because if you take it up like this, you have to break the beads at the top part here. So I like to just take my corset down a bit so that a bit of the net falls on this top part of the corset. That way I don't have to break my beads. I just go ahead and sew. So you can do that as well. So you see what I did here? You can see the nets at this top part here. So I'm just going to pin. I'll do the same thing on this other side. So this is what we have so far. As you can see, it doesn't have any shape just yet. So now, as you can see, we need to get a dart right here. Okay, so that's why darts are created, because you want to take off any excess so that this fabric conforms to the shape of the corset. Now I'm going to just go ahead and pin this all the way down. As you can see, I am pinning the lace to the corset and not to the dress form. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off the excess lace all the way around. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to So this is what we have so far. So now to create the dart that will take off this excess here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a cut right here. Now I like to create this cut where I don't have an obvious pattern, okay? This bead pattern here, if I create a cut here, it's going to be obvious that I created a cut here. But I'm going to create a cut here where I don't have an obvious pattern. All the way till I get close to this bust area. Now can you see? Once I do that, I can now pull this in. You can also create that cut like this as well, just a bit into the bust. So can you see? With that, I have been able to create a dart. It's kind of like creating a waist dart and a bust dart, okay? Now I'm going to pin so that I see how that looks. So can you see that I've already gotten a bit of shape? We'll do the same thing for this side as well. This is the excess I have here. I'm going to create my dart by just cutting along this line I have here, and then I'm going to go slightly towards the bust so that I have that done. Can you see how that looks? And then I'll pin that down. Okay, so as you can see, I still have excess. Now all I have to do to eliminate this excess is just keep shifting this. Once I shift this now, I'm eliminating any excess and I'm able to get a more fitted look. So once you create that slit, you can now, manipulate your fabric to fit your corset, okay, especially at the bust area. So I've just pinned that down. I'm just going to pin right here so that this center part doesn't move, okay? And I'll also pin around this bottom part so that it doesn't move as well, so that I have what I want. On this side as well, I'm going to pull a bit so that I have a smoother, flatter fit, a better fit. I also like to tack under the bust area. Regardless of the dart, I like to tack under here so that I can have a very defined under bust. Now all of these places that I'm pinning, I'm going to go back with my needle and thread to tack them, okay? That's why I'm pinning it, so I know exactly where I need to go back and tack. So you just keep doing it like that until you get what you want. So can you see that we've been able to do our lace placement very easy? This is the first step, okay, getting the fit that you want. The second step will now be to go back in, cut off any excess we have here. Remember that this is an excess. Cut off the excess and then use our needle and thread to sew it down, okay? So for the outline, we're going to use our machine to sew it. The only thing we're going to hand sew is the darts here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this like this, and I'm going to see how I can just trim off the excess I have here. I've been able to cut off the excess. Now remember that this is overlapped, so I'm still going to go a step further. I'll take out my pins so I can see what I have under, and if I have excess, I'm still going to trim off the excess under as well, just so that it's not bulky, okay? So as it is now, this is fine. Can you see? When I overlap, I don't have too much excess fabric. I'll use my hand needle and thread to just sew from here all the way down. So that's for this side. So I'm just going to pin it back so that I don't, get confused. I'll pin it back. I'll do the same thing for this side. Now I'm using my needle and thread to sew the darts. I'm starting from the bust dart. Okay, just try to make it as seamless as you can. And another thing I like to do is I like to follow the pattern of the lace while I am tacking. Okay, and that's why when I was cutting I paid attention to the pattern of the lace. So this is what I mean. Now when I place the piece on top of the other one, that's when I overlap it, can you see the pattern of the lace? You can see that I retain that round pattern of the lace. Okay, so as much as possible just try to maintain the pattern of the lace. If you can, cut the part of the lace that doesn't have an obvious pattern so that it doesn't, so that it's not hard for you to, retain that pattern. I hope you understand. So I just did that. I hand sewed it all the way down. Try to make it as secure as possible. You wouldn't want this to unravel, so just make sure you do it securely. And once you're done, obviously tie your thread and cut it. Okay, so I've done that for one side. I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. This is what it looks like once I'm done. Can you see how it looks? You know, it looks very, very good, very neat. So we'll do the same thing for this other side, starting from the bust dart all the way down to the waist dart. So once we're done, this is what we have. As you can see, it's very, very neat. So this is the only hand sewing we're going to be doing with our hand needle and thread. The rest of the sewing we are going to use our sewing machine. Okay, that's why this lace placement technique is quite easy and straightforward, especially if you're one person that does not like hand sewing a lot. So now I'm going to go ahead now and tack the under bust. Remember that I pinned that under bust earlier, and I did that because I wanted, I want that part to be fitted and snug. I want the lace to really be defined at the under bust. Okay, so I did it for one point. I'm going to do it for a couple of other points just to make sure that there's no excess. Now moving on to our sewing machine, I'm going to be sewing all the way around. Before I sew all the way around, I'm going to take out all of the beads that are in my way. Okay, you wouldn't want to sew your beads and then, have a broken needle. So I'm just going to flip the net to the wrong side. That's after taking out the beads. I'll flip the net to the wrong side and I'm going to sew right at the top. And then after sewing the top, I'm also going to sew the sides as well. This is why I like to use the part of the lace that has the net at the top part, okay? Because it's easier for me to just have the net on the wrong side. I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. Okay, flip the lace to the wrong side and then sew it down. If you have boning there, just try to avoid boning as much as possible. Okay, and once we're done with that, the next thing we're going to do now is to sew the bottom part. For the bottom part, we're going to sew this on the wrong side. We're not flipping the lace in, we're just sewing the lace down because we're still going to join this to the skirt. Okay, so we're just sewing the lace down, and after that I would go ahead and trim off any excess lace. Now this is what it looks like. I'm still going to trim off the excess lace I have on the wrong side. Okay, can you see? So just try to trim it as close as possible to the stitch that you made. Okay, the next thing we're going to do now is to join this to our skirt, and I'm going to show you how to join this corset with a basque waistline to the skirt. So this is our skirt. The first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the midpoint of the front. So I'll get the midpoint by folding it into two, and then I'm just going to notch that midpoint. This is what we have here. And then I'm going to place the corset where I have that midpoint. That's I'm going to place the basque waistline, that's the midpoint of the corset, where I have the midpoint of the skirt. And then I'm going to mark the outline of the basque waistline on the skirt. Okay, I would have used a chalk if I wasn't working with a beaded fabric. Since I'm working with a beaded fabric, I'm just using my pin to just pin along that outline. Okay, and then after that, so I'm going to cut ½ inch above that V shape. Okay, now after cutting ½ inch above the V shape, the next thing I'm going to do is to take my scissors and take out all of the beads along that line. Okay, just take out all of the beads there so that you can easily sew. And then I went ahead to open up my zipper allowance, so it's easy for me to now join my corset to the skirt. So before joining my corset to the skirt, I'm just going to go ahead and sew along that V shape, that's that basque waistline, because remember, after I cut it, my lace and my lining were now separate. Okay, my lace and lining became separate after cutting it, so I'm just sewing the lace and lining back together so that they are now one piece. And then I'm going to place the midpoint of my corset with the midpoint of my front waistline, and then from that midpoint there, I'm going to sew to one end, that's all the way to the back, and from that midpoint all the way to the other end. And once I'm done with that, this is what we have. I'm going to go ahead now and pipe the allowance. You can also weave the allowance or overlock the allowance if you prefer. The final thing you want to do is to go ahead and insert your zipper right at the back there, and that's basically it. This is an easy lace placement technique. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.